Just realised I forgot my sunglasses. Hello and welcome to GKJ Fishing. I'm down on Moly Don, can't see a thing. With Tommy over there. I literally can't see her, I'm going to have to face you that way. Just talking to a couple of lads who follow the channel from down Treffer, funny enough, by where we work in. And I've had a bass from here on high water, off there just. And I've heard a few rumours that there's some smooth hounds in town. So I'm just setting up now. I've managed to get my hands on 5 peeler crab and 2 crab them lads have just given me. I want to say something at the start of this though. This mark can be really tricky. I don't know what you can see now, but if you look by Tommy there, there's a gully that runs across. Me and Tommy are in waders. We've had to wade through a gully to get here to fish the low water mark. Obviously, you've only got about an hour or two of the flood, depending on the tide and the way the sandbank is, before it cuts you off and it's a big tide. So, unless you know this really well, or you come with somebody who knows it, I would not recommend it. You can get cut off and then you're stuck on an island until it fills up and blub, 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 blub. You're in there with the bullus and the bass and everything. Nobody wants that to happen today. These are the rigs. I'll put the bait on, then I'll show you the rigs. The wind is pummeling in. The channel's probably, I don't know, 40, 50 yards out now. It's going to drop for the next 2 hours, and then it's going to push us back up. By the time we get back to here, we've got to get over there, go for that gully and out. Otherwise, we will be stuck on this sandbed in the middle of the Menai, and that ain't going to be nice, is it? So only come here if you know the mark. And I'm going to say it again, because it is that dangerous of a mark. Only come here if you know. Don't think, oh, I can go and, since John's video, I can hop on there and get out in an hour. The gully changes, the tides change, the wind can push it in if it's blowing in. Sometimes it can take 2 hours to fill. Sometimes within 20 minutes on a big tide with the wind pushing in, it can be behind you and you're done. So it is dangerous. I just wanted to get that across. It is a popular mark. And the slipway just behind me is a popular mark as well. I can't see a thing. Doing my head in that sun. Might even run to the van to get my glasses. We are going to do less talking, more fishing, get the bait on, show you what's going on. I'll be guessing that the next 2 hours are going to be really slow until it starts to drop dark and the tide turns. That's when it normally kicks off. We know there's bullus here. I've had loads from here. I've had loads of smooth hounds from here. It does throw up little tope, to be honest. And them lads have had a bass, so we're where the fish are. There shouldn't really be any excuses. They're here and we're here, so we're going to get them. So the bait is on. The bait is on. The right rod is, don't want to get in the shadow, but I am. Just a running rig I've just tied, because I've used so many running rigs here like this, and I've caught so many us on them, so I'm going on what I know. 40 pound amnesia onto a big mackerel fillet on a pulley pennel, and what I've started doing is fixing and tying my top hook, so you don't have to wrap it round and slide. This rig has been made exclusively for 6 mackerel fillets. It's made to the size of on the gap, so it doesn't slide. That is a huss bait. And this side, I've got 5 peelers, they're still a bit froze, but the little one has started to defrost, and that's how I've always done my presentation. Hook it sideways on and then wrap the legs up the line, and that is on one of my pulley panels. Just going back to what I've used here in the past, and it's done well, so we're going to get them out. Targeting huss and smooth hound. Could a bass have that peeler crab? Of course it could. Could something else hit the mackerel? Of course it could, but I'm here for bullus and smooth hound. Let's get the rods out. Let's get these rods out. I have switched my braid. I've gone on to a new braid at thinner diameter. Just filled both my reels up. So did have some really heavy braid on, which was brilliant by the way, but I was just lacking that extra bit of casting distance, so I've pretty much half the diameter of my line, but not really lost too much strength. So we're going to see how it casts now. Actually, Tommy wants to cast, does he? Tommy wants to try the new braid. You're going to want this finger thing on, mate. Because it might cut you now, because it's thin. No? Are you sure? Right, tell us what you think. It's supposed to be the daddier braid. That goes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That goes. That's going to make a difference. So there you go. This is all right, that just went just into the distance. Right then. And that wasn't clipped down, and that's with a 6-ouncer, and I don't even think he went for gold there. So now, just switching to that braid has probably given me so much more distance for what I'm fishing. I reckon I can get probably an extra 30, 40, if not more yards on what I could get with that thicker stuff. I've still got the thicker stuff on some of the other reels for when I need it. I've not got rid of it. That is brilliant. Now this is a big piece of fillet and a big gripper. It's you know, it's not slimline, and it's on a running rig. It's definitely not slimline at all. The mackerel's going to be following it about 2 foot behind. Oh, I'm right round the end eye there. It's a good job I noticed that, innit? Am I out now? Yeah, I'm out. You got to be careful wading there because some parts of this just absolutely disappears and drops. So we go. Yeah, that is going. I got tangled up in my wider strap though, which didn't help. That goes. I'm really happy with that braid. Of using, this is my theory. On my old braid, I use £80 braid, and my shock leaders, my rigs, so I fish for huss and congers and whatever, and snaggy areas was normally 50 or 60. Not my shock leaders, sorry, my rig material. So I never needed the shock leader because the rigs would always break before the braid. And that line was on my old reels for a good year's worth of fishing before anything, so it works, it's done the job. But now I've switched down to this braid. It's £51, quite an expensive braid, and it's like a third as thick as the other. And I've brought me rig material down to £30 and £40 amnesia. I'm new to braid and all that stuff, but you know, I've worked it out that if the rig material is a little bit weaker than the braid, it always breaks at the rig, so you never lose your braid. And this braid's just that strong enough for the way I fish not to get a crack off. You could actually welly it and not get a crack off. I hate the idea of tying shock leaders on all the time. So I think now for most of my fishing, we'll see how it goes over the next few months. You'll see it with me. I've got a nice setup here for the right rigs and the right job. Obviously, if I'm this will do for 90% of my fishing. There is going to be times I need to gear up and stuff, of course, but I think this will see me through. We're about 2 hours till low tide, and from fishing this in the past, it always fishes better on the flood. But we're here now. We give it a go. And I can't wait to see one of them rods go over. Don't think it'll happen anytime soon, but you just never know. There's a big crab bait out there. There's a big mackerel bait out there, and the fish are out there. I can't see an absolute thing. Oh yeah, by the way, subscribe. So the rods have been in for about half hour. Tommy's just pulled a ball of weeding on one rod and a completely stripped hook on the other. So weed and crabs we're up against, but still like an hour and a half or an hour and 20 minutes till low, and it don't really start fishing until it floods from previous experience. And I've fished it quite a few times this mark. I know quite a few fish from here, but we're gonna have a check now on camera. I've been in about, let's say about half an hour. I haven't been timing it, feels about that. We'll just see what's happening. Yeah, as I say, Tommy had weed on one and the other had been stripped. So if he's stripped after checking after half hour, then we're going to have to go every 20 minutes on the casting. But as I say, I'm not overly rushing it now. I'll pick the pace up when the tide turns, because then I know it's more active. Right, let's have a look. That crab bait has been stripped. There's just the legs on the elastics. That crab bait has gone. Let's have a look at that mackerel fillet. I'm guessing the mackerel fillet's definitely been crabbed. Oh, that was plugged in to something. Don't think it's a fish. I think it's almost certainly going to be a lump of weed. You just never know, do you, really? But it's definitely something on it, but it's not weed. It's not weed, it's not a fish. You never know, but I don't feel any signs of a fish. Imagine if a big bass or something popped up now. With Tommy having weed on one of these, I will guess it will be weed. And it is. And the mackerel bait, yeah, although there's a bit there, it's been absolutely smashed. So I'll cut you off. I'll do exactly the same. Crab on the left, mackerel on the right. Get close to the water's edge and whale them out as far as I can, and I'll bring you back if something happens. God, sun right behind the camera is not ideal. I'm going to get these rods in now and have a look. These have been in about 20 minutes again. The good times are to come on this session, because once it turns, it turns. And when it turns, the fish come. Might even get my night lights on ready now. It might look a bit light now because that camera's got like that light, I don't know, enhancement on or something. But it is actually a lot darker than it looks. Probably going to get the night lights on now ready. Let's have a look at this peeler. Right, there is no peeler crab left. That peeler crab's gone. But if there's going to be a fish, he's going to be within the next hour, because we're not here for too long. We're going to fish an hour and a half for the flood. But beyond a leg, that peeler crab has gone. So let's go and have a look at the mackerel. And I'm just going to repeat the process, because I've fished this place before, and I know on them running rigs you do get the huss here. More so in summer, but it is spring, in it, and I know you do get the smooth hounds here, because I've had loads from here on the pulley panel with peeler crabs. So I'm doing what I know works. I'm not winging it like I've been along the Limb Peninsula, if you know what I mean. I'm fishing somewhere I know, so I've got no excuses but to catch. No excuses at all. So yeah, that bite's been absolutely stripped. Look at that. It looks like a sausage skin. There's no meat in it. It's like a thin bit of rubber or skin. That was a big piece of mackerel. So yeah, I'm going to get rebaited now. Get the night lights on, move back a little bit, because it's going to start gushing in, and I'm hoping, well, within the next couple of clips that you see me, there should be something going on. There should be some big bites from some big bullous, or some bass moving in, or some smooth hounds, or whatever comes along, really. It's got absolutely freezing, like really cold. I just want to show you this. On the top of this hill here, you have the worm bed. Now, the lads I spoke to earlier, cheers for the crab, by the way, lads, them couple of crab, and good to meet you. And I've seen the picture of your bass. There's picture proof of the bass they had earlier. Good lads. Only from down Trevor way, funny enough, where we're working, so it was good to see them. I was fishing from off there on high water, flicking it onto this bed. They had bass. What I want to show you first is, just going to keep my eye on them rods, because this, if it's going to go within the next 20 minutes. The clutches are set. Sunset first, but you see you've got this big sand bed here. This is what I mean, it can fill up behind you, because behind that sand bed is a deep gully, and it comes all the way around there, all the way there, and there's a gully there. It only looks a little gully there, but it can drop really deep, and as I say, as it comes through fast, it can come through behind you. It might not look like it's coming in that way, but it can just flow through, and before you know it, it's gushing and 2 foot deep, and you know, you're in trouble. It's nice to have something good, wouldn't it? After struggling on that Limb Peninsula and saying in the last video, the Limb Peninsula is crap, get me back to Angelsey. Wouldn't it be nice just to come back to Angelsey? Driving from the Limb Peninsula to fish Angelsey. Coming here, having a nice fish, and going back to the Lynn to do a few days fishing there. Big bounces, big bounces! Fish on! Yes! Go on then! Oh, it's kicking and bouncing. That was on the, I don't know if that was the crab or the mackerel. Come on! Whatever it is, I don't care. Come on, what we got? Come on, nice and easy. Come on! I don't know if that was the crab or the mackerel, I can't remember. It's bouncing and kicking. It's not a doggy because it's kicking, I know that. Come on, it's heavy and it's fighting. It's heavy and it's fighting. Come on! Come on! It's giving some good nods. Come on! Come on, come on, come on, come on! Feels like he's got some good weight, some real good weight. Come on. Come on. He's zigzagging as well. It's not a dog. That is not a dogfish. I'm guessing hound if I had to guess, or huss. I don't know. Come on. Come on. Oh, it's a huss. Is it the huss? Yeah, it's a nice huss. That's a good huss, that. Yes! That's a fat huss! Look at the girth of the head on that and that belly, look. That is a fat fish, look. Look at that. Well, I'm not going to mess around with him. You can tell, look at the mouth on it. That is a cracking fish. Right, let's get him back. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, that is a whacker. Oh, that's a good fish, that is. Look at that. Look at the belly on him. I'm going to let him get his breath. He'll be ready in a minute. Look at that for a fish. Yes. Get him the right way up. He's turning a bit, but I want to let him get his bearings. Even if I've got to go out with him for a little bit. Here he goes. Look at that. It's about 3 foot. Look, my hand's up here, look. Right, come on, mate. Right yourself. Stop turning. Come on. Look at the belly on it. He'll be ready to go in a minute. Don't want to let him go until he's absolutely ready. He thinks he's still being old, so I'm going to go out with him for a little bit. He's nearly ready. He's nearly ready. Main thing is he goes back. He's a fatty, he is. Look at that. He's ready. He's ready. Just going to hold his tail for a little bit till he gets that life that he needs. He's almost ready. He's going to go in a minute. Yes! He's going to go. Just don't want to let go of his tail just yet because I want him to definitely go back properly. Here he goes. Here he goes. And off he goes. Look at that. Look at that. Yes! Tommy's in. Yes, Tommy. I haven't even managed to get bite back on yet. Tommy's in. Come on, Tommy. A bit of weight. Let's have a look. Yes, come on, give us a huss. It's zigzagging. It's going to be a huss, that. Oh, it's a big huss. Yes, Tommy. Come on, I'm going in. That's bigger than mine. That's a cracker. 3 blanks in a row, Tommy. Oh, look at the gut. Look at that mouth on that. Right, should we go and release him, Tommy? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Look at that. That is a beautiful fish. Yes, Tommy. He's going to have you. He's going. He's going. He'll go. He'll find his way. They always do. Look at that. Oh, he's from my legs. Hey! Yes! Put it there, mate. Yes! Well, people, that was a bit crazy. We was just watching the Arsenal, well, listening to the Arsenal result, weren't we, Tommy? Tommy's a big Liverpool fan, so he could do with Arsenal being done over. Oh, we're away again here. No way. And we've literally just got the rods back in. We've had 3 rods out the water, 2 us within a matter of minutes. I put mine back, Tommy's went. We've just got the 4 rods back in the water. We've not got too long here, but we've got another cast or so. Yeah, it's always the same here. Yeah, that looks a bit more doggy-ish. I don't know, actually. It's just a shame that this beach cuts you off because you could really you just want to fish it. When it's like this, you just want to fish it, but you can't. You have to, you know, use your head and not use your rod. You have to get out when you got to get out. Yeah, that bite's just got a little bit now. But it's mission complete anyway. We've had a nice huss each. These 4 rods, I doubt they'll be going back in. I'm not sure. But I'll bring you back if anything happens. There was a nibble on that one then. I'll see you in a bit. Tommy's got some interest. Don't forget, people, if you like this stuff, hit that subscribe button. Get subscribed, because there's going to be a lot of big huss from here in the summer. Going to be back. Crabs. Yeah, yeah. How calm that Menai Straigt is, people. Nope. I'll take 1 sec. Right, I'm going to end it now, people, but I'll bring you back if there's any fish, but I ain't going to show you the bites and whatever. We've had a couple of crackers, and if anything else happens, you'll be sure to see. But we have got to get out because the channel is now filling. It goes out that way, but the water trickling in now is coming the other way around, so it's a bit deceiving. It don't look like it's that high there, but there's a slow trickle coming from the back, and it can catch you out. But we've got plenty of time, but just keep that in mind. But yeah, I'll only bring you back if something else happens. If not, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.